today. From Raymond James.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one complete to Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back to throw again.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Leonard Fournette
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he can... Continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, taken in by Harry. A nice catch. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Touchdown!
N'Keal Harry from a yard out. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was all finished off on the touchdown catch by N'Keal Harry. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
His first catch good for 8 and a first down. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here's Cook again.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
21-0 our score after 1.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. And he's got, and oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Airing this one out for Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. Roses to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25. Actually, the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Anthony Harris on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins rolling to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
He's got Smith here. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over 1st and 10. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. They'll look to throw again. Catch is made by Harry. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Samson Abukum in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. N'Keal Harry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all finished off on the touchdown catch by N'Keal Harry. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that punt. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Rager. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Taken in at the 11. So we've hit halftime, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Play action now. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw is Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense.
They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll set up to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Buccaneers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
1st down, here's the run with Cook.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins to throw it. complete. Smith has it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. I'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This one taken in by Otten.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And quickly, they get to the line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
He'll look to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 4. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 4 yards on the touchdown.
And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Cousins now to throw on first down. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Cousins.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Cousins now. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to lead to another first. Down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again, it's Cousins.
Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing, Cousins.
Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. It's caught. Smith.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Catch is made by Harry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On play action, they'll throw. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. This is caught by Evans. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They complete it to Hill. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
As they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Third and long for Cousins. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bucs,
today. from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point in the season. And I think if you poll folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
The drive begins with a run. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. N'Keal Harry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense.
He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 126 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mobley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he comes back with one complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
N'Keal Harry
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Mobley.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Mobley.
There's Trimble, the tight end.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. N'Keal Harry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was all finished off on the touchdown catch by N'Keal Harry.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, There's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Mobley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Evans has it left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got Otten. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's got Otten on the out route.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here on first down.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Cade Otten
from 4 yards out.
And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
And Cade Otten capped things off with a touchdown grab. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Rosas now to end the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Vita Vea In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Mobley. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mobley.
This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
And see the expression, jersey getting pulled. That's a flag coming out every time.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now left side on the swing pass. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught by Evans. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man, it's Jalen Darden.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Mike Evans with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers about ready to take over. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On first down, Mobley. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Mobley. Connection made with Chenault. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw, Mobley. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They'll set up to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Got his man, that's Harry. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Returns to his go-to. It's Evans. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Rosas to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Shaquille Barrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To throw on second down. Mobley. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up the third down. Back to throw. Mobley over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tampa Bay, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete to open things up.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. N'Keal Harry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator and what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll look to throw here.
Right back to Chris Godwin.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because every everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Jameis to throw it. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Winston. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw, Winston. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. Touchdown! Chris Godwin with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect... miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not where I placed
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right.
And a high throw there.
Bro, what the fuck is this ball placement,
down to the ground and incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw again. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Winston.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you across state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gets...
And Winston lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I'm so over
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevented him from making another catch to his big start.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Otten brings it in over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otten from 10 yards out. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Rosas good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Here's Winston. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I was about to say, for how many drop passes my receivers get, if I didn't get at least one, I was about to be upset.
To keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables.
Oh, no.
But boy, he's getting it done and in a big way right now.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, Charles, his offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Wow, I gotta watch that back. That's crazy. I can't believe I got that on a simple screenplay and just following my blocks. Oh, I really wish that receiver. Well, no, they probably gave me the holding penalty. Thankfully, he didn't. Oh.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Winston so complete there to Thomas.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now third down and 6 to go. Now Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
You know what?
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list.
And the Buccaneers are pouring it on.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Again, it's Kamara. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Defense? Oh, I was about to say.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, because they fumble.
Throwing. Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 34. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Winston now to throw on first down.
That's complete to Troutman right side.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Damn, what a fucking boot. You rocked the shit out of that.
Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no. We'll
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Back to throw now on first down. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down.
What are you talking about, bro? Like, how was that a drop?
There,
He
forced
caught
the
it and
ball
ran.
free, and it's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time,
you want me to
that
do?
throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
That's out to his running back, Fournette.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I literally
Martin Robinson from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So fucking annoying.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles,
I
I think we
one
can start to
pass
consider
maybe
that this
two if I'm
undefeated
fucking
streak
lucky.
of theirs is going to be
Fucking
safe
11.
for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The Bucks ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Winston.
There's Chris Olave.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Forced out to his left.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
For me, I get
hurry back to the line now.
What the fuck?
1st down, Winston. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by Olave.
Like, what the fuck?
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Like, you're really not going to let
Line
me
of
react to
scrimmage,
that
the
bullshit?
15.
Like,
It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. One last shot now for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Bucs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step.